What's up, all my Ewoks, Tribbles, Droids, and Wookiees? It's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and today I'm going to be talking about a very serious issue. Now, this is an article from the Wall Street Journal, and it is titled, Star Wars Novelists Seek Years of Missing Royalty Payments from Disney. Book authors tied to big film franchise stopped receiving checks after Disney acquired Lucasfilm and 20th Century Fox. Now, this gentleman right here is Alan Dean Foster. Alan Dean Foster wrote, or ghost wrote, I should say, the first and only novelization of the original Star Wars movie, A New Hope. Now, what ghost written means is that he wrote it, but then, George, or, someone else gets the credit for it. So in this case, he wrote it and George Lucas got the credit for it. That's why it says, George Lucas by George Lucas. But George did not actually write this book. And then he also wrote the first sequel to Star Wars, which came out actually before George was even finished writing Empire Strikes Back, and that is Splinter of a Mind's Eye. And in this book, he introduces what Jedi use to power their lightsabers, which is a Kyber crystal. And in this book, Luke and Princess Leia are on a mission on a planet, and they're searching for a Kyber crystal. Now, I don't know exactly what was in his contract with that, was created back when he was, writing books for George. I don't know if he gets residuals for the things that are introduced in his books or if it's just based on how many books he sells. But usually, and I know this is particularly how it works, with some people in their contracts and, particularly really a lot in comics, is that if, a certain writer, artist creates a character or a place, whenever that character or place is featured in like a film or a TV show, that person that created it gets paid royalties for that. Now, I don't know if he gets paid royalties for Kyber crystals. I think he should, but back then, in 1977, 78, I don't know if that was something that was even, fathomable back then, so it could be a little bit different. I know that, artist Alex Ross is getting gypped on his end for, not getting paid royalties, so this is a big thing right now in Hollywood, is that all of these artists, writers, creators aren't getting paid for the things that they created, that now big companies like Disney are, making huge profits off of. Like at Disneyland and Disney World, they sell Kyber crystals for, I think it comes out to about $30 with tax. And so, this is a real crystal. This isn't the fake ones that Disney sell. This is my Kyber crystal that, was given to me. And the ones at Disneyland, they're just cheap dyed plastic. But this was the man that introduced them to us in, the Splinter of a Mind's Eye. And so Disney are using things that he introduced, and they're still selling his books, not just the Star Wars ones, but the ones that he wrote for 20th Century Fox, like the Alien novelizations. So it's very alarming. This is a very good article that covers, things in it, but Alan Dean Foster actually has a website, and on his website, he posted the full letter that he sent to Disney. So I'm going to read that to everyone right now. And it's a little small, so I'm going to be wearing my glasses for this. Some of you doubtless are now aware of my complaint that Disney has failed to pay royalties on books owned by companies they had purchased. 20th Century Fox, the first 3 Alien novelizations, and Lucasfilm, the novelization of Star Wars and Splinter of a Mind's Eye. With reluctance, the ongoing embargo has been made public. Oh, excuse me, that's not the word embargo. I apologize. I have very severe dyslexia. Have been made public in order to generate a response. Turns out I'm not the only author being similarly shafted. SFWA is involved, and details of the disagreement went viral within 24 hours. You can read the details in many places on numerous sites. For those who are interested, here is my letter of complaint to Disney. Dear Mickey, we have a lot in common, you and I. We share a birthday, November 18th. My dad's nickname was Mickey. There's more. When you purchased Lucasfilm, you acquired the rights to some of the books I wrote. Star Wars, the novelization of the very first film. Splinter of a Mind's Eye, the first sequel novel. You owe me royalties on these books. You stopped paying them. When you purchased 20th Century Fox, you eventually acquired the rights to other books I had written, the novelizations of Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3. You've never paid royalties on any of these, or even issued royalty statements for them. All these books are still very much in print. They still earn money for you. When one company buys another, they acquire its liabilities as well as its assets. You're certainly reaping the benefits of the assets. I'd very much like my minuscule, though it's not small to me, share. And I mean, that's true. Like, just think about how much Disney makes on Kyber crystals in one day at the parks. And, you know, overpriced dyed plastic, not high quality at all. And it's so infuriating, but let's continue. You want me to sign an NDA, non-disclosure agreement, before even talking. I've signed a lot of NDAs in my 50-year career. Never once did anyone ever ask me to sign one prior to negotiations, for the obvious reasons that once you sign, you can no longer talk about the matter at hand. Every one of my representatives in this matter, with many, many decades of experience in such businesses, echo my bewilderment. You continue to ignore requests from my agents. You continue to ignore queries from the SFWA, the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers of America. You continue to ignore my legal representatives. I know this is what gargantuan corporations often do. Ignore requests and inquiries, hoping the petitioner will simply go away or possibly die. But I'm still here, and I am still entitled to what you owe me, including not to be ignored. Just because I'm only one lone writer, how many other writers and artists out there are you simply ignoring? My wife has serious medical issues, and in 2016, I was diagnosed with an aggressive variety of cancer. We could use the money, not charity, just what I'm owed. I've always loved Disney, the films, the parks, growing up with the Disneyland TV show. I don't think Uncle Walt would approve of how you are currently treating me. Maybe someone in the right position just hasn't received the word. Though after all these months of ignored requests and queries, it's hard to countenance, or any guy named Bob Iger said, "The way you do anything is the way you do everything." I'm not feeling it, Alan Dean Foster. Now, again, that's so alarming, the fact that they're ignoring him. And, you know, like he said, you know, prior to this, because I think that obviously this was sent before he posted this on December 1st, but that there's other artists and writers out there that Disney is doing this to, and, you know, he's been made aware of this. And so I just wanted to do this video to bring light to the situation. And if you can share, you know, his letter to Disney, share the articles, share the story, so that way, you know, enough people can get talking about it. And like he said, you know, maybe just, you know, the person in the right position just hasn't received word. And so if we could share this and, you know, maybe make it go viral a bit more, somebody in the right position can hopefully take care of this, hopefully get this issue resolved. Like he said, it's a small amount for them, but it would make a huge difference to, you know, him and his wife. And the fact that they're not doing this, or that the fact that they've ignored him, they've ignored his legal representatives, his agents, you know, the you know, the sci-fi, and, you know, the oh my, like, that's so alarming, so unprofessional, and so disrespectful on so many different levels. So if we could just share this and, you know, try to make as many people aware of this as possible, so that way hopefully there can be some kind of resolution. I know that that would, you know, mean the world to him and his wife, and, you know, all of the others out there that are getting, you know, shafted by Disney. So if you can, please share this. Please share the stories, and, you know, if you want to share this video, it would probably be easier for people to just see this, because sometimes it's hard for people to, you know, sit down for 10 minutes and watch a video from a stranger on the internet. So I think, you know, maybe just taking a screenshot of this or sharing the articles with the headlines in it might be a little bit more effective. So please, if you can do that, it'll, you know, probably take a matter of seconds to do, and, you know, hopefully the right person will see it and it can get resolved. So everyone, thank you so much for watching, and you know, I hope you guys all have a great rest of your day, morning, evening, afternoon, wherever you are in the world, and may the force be with you, because we and them, you know, could really, they're really, really, really gonna need it. Bye everyone. What's up everyone, it's Anna, also known as That Star Wars Girl, and I have an Etsy store, so if you've ever wanted to own a print of my artwork, this is the place to go. As you can see, I have a lot of recognizable characters, from horror films, to heroes, to Star Wars characters. Some of the notable characters I have on here are Darth Vader, which I did a couple live streams painting, so you can own a print of this painting. I also have Luke Skywalker, the binary sunset version, one of my favorite scenes in the original New Hope movie. I have Darth Maul, which Ray Parks himself actually complimented me on Instagram. And then last but certainly not least, Ahsoka Tano. So if you want to own any of these prints, go right on over to my Etsy store. Again, that's The Art of Anna, That Star Wars Girl, or TSWG for short. Thank you everyone, and have a great rest of your day. What's up everyone, I have a P.O. box, so if you want to send me some mail, go ahead and send it to Anna, That Star Wars Girl, or TSWG for short, at P.O. Box number 28171, Santa Ana, California, 927998171. Have a great day everyone, thank you so much.